Hi, today I'm going to be making Instant Pot Tuscan Chicken Pasta. I'm Karen Peterson and I own the blog 365 Days of Slow Cooking and Pressure Cooking. I use my slow cooker and pressure cooker pretty much every single day of the year. You can visit my blog 365daysofcrockpot.com for more Instant Pot and slow cooker recipes that your family will love. Making Instant Pot Tuscan Chicken Pasta today because it's one of my family's favorite recipes. It serves 4 people, so if you're serving a bigger crowd than that, you can always double the recipe. No problems there. Just go ahead and double all the ingredients. Keep the cooking time the same. My family loves this recipe because it tastes good. I love this recipe because you cook the pasta and the chicken and the sauce all at the same time in one pot. It makes dinner cleanup and cooking just super easy. I know you're gonna love this recipe too. Give it a shot this week. Add the ingredients to your grocery list. If you'd like to see more Instant Pot cooking videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Now let's get cooking. Okay, so the first step that I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut up 1 pound of chicken. This is about 1 pound of chicken. We're gonna cut this chicken into bite-sized pieces. All right, now that we have our chicken all cut up, we're gonna go ahead and add that into the Instant Pot. All right, now that we have the chicken cut up and in the Instant Pot, we're gonna go ahead and measure out the pasta. So what I like to do is I just put the pot right on top of my scale and then zero out the scale and then add in the pasta. I'm serving 4 people, so that means I need about 8 ounces of pasta. The type that I'm using is this Italian cavatappi, and I get it from Kroger, Smith's, the private selection brand. And it often goes on sale, and I really like the curly noodles, the way they're shaped. It's just kind of a fun type of pasta. But you can use a lot of different types of pasta for this. Rotini, penne, you can even use macaroni pasta. So we've got our pasta, we've got our chicken. Now we're gonna go ahead and add in 2 cups of water. And then I like to use this Better Than Bouillon chicken base. I get mine in this huge container at Costco, so it lasts me a long time. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and measure out 2 teaspoons of that. It's kind of hard to get out of the measuring spoon sometimes, so I just kind of scrape it out with a butter knife like that. See. If you want, you can use chicken broth instead of Better Than Bouillon, but I just never buy chicken broth, and I always have Better Than Bouillon, so this is what I use, and it just has great flavor, and it's really small and keeps nicely in the fridge for many, many months. So, added that in. Then we're gonna go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of butter. You wanna just go ahead and try to cover, kind of stir it a little bit, try to cover the noodles as much as possible with the liquid. Go ahead and put that right into the Instant Pot. And then we're gonna seal the pot up. Okay, we're gonna put the lid on. And we're gonna go ahead and make sure that the valve is set to sealing, not to venting, okay? And then go ahead and just click the manual button down here. Some models, it's called the pressure cook button. But go ahead and push manual and set it to 3 minutes. So while the pot is building pressure, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I cut basil. So for this recipe, I use fresh basil. It's kind of the key to the recipe. It just tastes so fresh and delicious. I've also used basil from a tube before, and that works really well too. If all else fails, you can use dried basil, but I just don't prefer it. So what I do is I take the basil leaves and I kind of just roll them up, and then I just cut them like this with a knife. And that way you get these nice pieces of basil. And so we're gonna add that in after the pasta and chicken have cooked. Once the pot has beeped, it will start counting up, and it has an L in front of it. And then we wait for 5 minutes, and then we go ahead and release the pressure. So I just do that by moving the valve from venting, or from sealing to venting, like. Once all the pressure is released, you can go ahead and remove the lid. And then at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the pot to off and then set it to the saute mode, which is right here. Give it a stir. There is a bit of liquid in there, but don't worry, it's okay. We're gonna go ahead and add in our cream cheese, which is like half a brick of cream cheese. We're gonna add in our garlic powder, half a teaspoon. And then our milk, which is 3/4 cup. You can also use heavy cream or half and half. Even evaporated milk works for this step as well. And you kind of wait for that cream cheese to melt. Once the cream cheese has melted, we're gonna go ahead and stir in our Parmesan cheese. So it's 1 cup of grated, shredded Parmesan cheese. Then we're gonna go ahead and add in our sun-dried tomatoes. It gives it so much flavor. And then we're gonna measure out 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and 1/4 teaspoon of, and I always cook with kosher salt, but you can use regular table salt too if you like. You can see there how delicious and creamy that looks. Yum. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and add in our basil that we chopped earlier. Basil. And then we're gonna add in some spinach. I just always eyeball the spinach. About 2 big handfuls is what I do, but you can do how much or how little you want. It's a sneaky way to add in vegetables. I'm gonna keep stirring, and that spinach is really gonna cook down in just a minute here. All right, once the spinach kind of cooks down like that, you can go ahead and turn off your pot or turn it to the keep warm setting. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and scoop this up into a nice pasta dish here. And I like to just sprinkle mine with a little extra Parmesan cheese. Doesn't that look so delicious?